Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Let's bring in PDP Chieftain Chief Bode George. Thank you for joining us on the program this evening. Chief George, let's start with the big headline. David Mark, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi are now part of a new opposition alliance using the ADC as their platform. Did you see this coming?
You know, human beings, I never believed the story until it became factual. And it's very disappointing. I am personally very disappointed. I must be frank with you. Very disappointed indeed. Very disappointed.
You have worked closely with many of these men. David Mark is considered PDP through and through. Atiku Abubakar was your party's presidential candidate just last year. What does this move really say about the state of the PDP?
We are very healthy. In fact, this coming week, new week, in Lagos, we are going to celebrate what we call restoration of the PDP. You know, the party resurrected on the 30th of June. And that's a special day because that was the end of the first half of this year. And we had a crisis, and part of those people who are there now parading and saying they are members of ADC or CDA or whatever they call themselves, the coalition, were part and parcel of those who created the crisis we had. But I want to thank the Almighty God and to reassure Nigerians that yes, we had crisis. No organization exists, including your own, the TVC. You will have crisis. But your ability to shut the doors, discuss, tell yourself some serious home truths, and come out united is a measure of your competence. You don't, look, when I looked around and saw the very few of those people sitting there were not members of our party. Majority of them got to the level of public attention by being mentored by the party. And suddenly, because the personal ambition of what you didn't get doesn't work out, so you should roll into another thing and start. The way I was brought up, and the way I was trained in the military, you don't become like a rolling stone because it gathers no moss. For God's sake, if your house is leaking and you are strong enough, you remain in that house. You call the people who will repair it. You join hands, you discuss the solution, not to abandon your house and go and be a tenant somewhere because you don't have any ownership in it. How can you compare this group of ADC or CDA, whatever they want to call their names, with the political Iroko tree, the PDP? I want to advise here. There is nothing wrong in heading back. You know, there is one principle that the founding fathers brought on the table and became acceptable to all Nigerians. And I will explain what that principle was. You know, the First Republic, the Second Republic, we had a problem. Because the British planted two evils when they were leaving this country: tribalism and religious bigotry. The issue of tribalism bothered on majority tribe, minority tribe. What derailed the First Republic was the issue of majority tribe having their way and minority tribes were just mere onlookers. The Second Republic was the same. So they sat back at the end of General Abdulsalami's government. They said, listen, Papa Ekweme invited Chibola Ige from the Southwest. They were never political friends. He invited Jimo Bode. They were never political friends. He invited Papa Solomon La, Alhaji Rimi, Professor Aminu, and so many others to form the G14. They sat back and looked at the existentialism of this nation called Nigeria. And what did they do? They realized that these two evils were the perpetuating evils, demeaning Nigeria, ensuring that we couldn't move forward. They came out with a solution. They divided Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones: Northwest, Northeast, North Central, Southwest, Southeast, South-South. And they came up with 6 top positions in the land: the president, the vice president, the senate president, the speaker, the secretary to government, and the national chairman of the party. So 6 zones, 6 positions. Whether you are majority tribe or minority tribe, you will go home with one of these. And that every 8 years, as stated in our constitution, the ground norm, section 7, subsection 3C, states, and I quote, there will be zoning and rotation of elective offices and party offices for purposes of justice, fairness, and equity. And so if a Southerner had been president for 8 years, after 8 years, all those positions in the South will go to the North, and the positions in the North will come to the South. And that was why when General Buhari finished his term, and Atiku and his group said they will have their way and contest, we said, no, you can't do that. General Buhari is not from Southwest, he's not from the South-South, and he's not from Southeast. He's from Katsina State, which is a zone in the North.
Indeed.
And so when you look at it, we said, no, let us follow the dictates as enshrined by the founding fathers. But these guys kept dancing on the graves of the founding fathers.
I hear you,
they
Chief Judge.
benefited, all of them that you are seeing there,
Allow me to jump in
immensely
if I can.
From the party.
Some would say that we're way past the reality of 2023 now. We're counting down to 2027. I like your optimism about how healthy the PDP is. But are you saying that you would not personally support a merger or alignment with this new front, even if it appears to offer a stronger path forward? Because we're looking at a new group that has both Atiku and Obi. Between them, they have 13 million votes in 2023, which was enough to win that election.
Let me tell you something. The electorate are more than card-carrying members of any political party. I want to tell you that the process that we used for the last election, yes, they made a beautiful, brilliant effort to modernize our electoral process. You know what happened? Have you forgotten about the issue of the glitch in the system? A glitch in the system on the D-Day. And so they reverted back to the old system of manual calculation. So you want to believe in that report? No, no. I want to plead with all Nigerians. Let the will of the people prevail. Those who are going to remain there at the INEC, the regulatory body that conducts our election, let them be fair.
All right.
Let them be just. Let them be equitable. This same system was procured by the Ghanaian government. They ran their system seamlessly. It worked. I am a computer engineer, and as an officer in the Navy, You know, just imagine you are at sea, you are at war. Somebody, your enemy, fired a missile coming to your ship. Our early warning radar will pick it up. In microseconds, the computers would have calculated the time of flight of that missile to reach your ship. In microseconds, the results will be there. And now you are saying you had a glitch at the 8th hour? You are dead like a meat.
Chief Judge.
What we are saying, let us also ensure that the process will be fair. How could we give... Counting was still going on.
And we'll get there.
Collation was still going because it was manually done.
We'll get there.
And then you now announce the results.
Where we are now...
using that as a measure.
Where we are now,
No.
Chief Judge, it's pretty much about the political situation of things, and I was calling your attention to whether or not, as an experienced politician yourself, you are taking this coalition very seriously, because you are saying PDP is healthy, but we're also seeing your party losing governors and lawmakers and appearing to struggle to find its voice. My question really would be, would you take the ADC seriously? Is he a threat to the PDP? Because prior to this time, your members were going to the APC. Now they seem to have another viable platform to consider.
You know, a divided house will remain a defeated house. That's one. Number two, if you are not loyal and committed and dedicated to the party, you're just wasting your time. These guys who are perpetually being self-conceited, looking for their personal fiefdom rather than the corporate ambition of this country, what are they going to do? We lost the last election. The leadership disappeared. All of them are running so that they can pick up the ticket again and contest. You think Nigerian electorate is stupid? We will meet on the field. Those who want to join them and go, I have no qualms. Let them go. I'm a general. If you give me 10 men and 8 of them are loyal, I'll go to war. And we fish out the 2 disloyal people, and, you know, at war situation, they will be executed for being traitors.
Chief Judge.
Now, on this occasion, why are they trying now? We have established an Iroko political party in this country. How long does it take for you to develop, to get the grassroots? There is no part of this country that you will not find the PDP. Why are you dividing the house? What is it that is driving you there? We had already established a procedure. So let them, if they are committed, not personal commitment, but committed to the dictates of ensuring that they will be there for the people of this country. What are you going to do? I am shocked,
Chief Judge,
about the people.
You keep
David Mark, Atiku. Look, we also have competent, dedicated, loyal members in the southern part of this country who are members of our party who can compete with Bola Tinubu.
I hear you, Chief Judge.
Until
you have been,
2031.
Yes, just a minute, sir. You've been in this game for a long time to know that no matter how big the Iroko is as a house, it matters who is residing in it, and that a house divided against itself cannot stand. But perhaps you can help us understand what is harder, beating an incumbent president or getting Nigerian politicians to agree on a single candidate. Who do you see stepping down for who? Will Atiku step down for Obi in this new coalition?
That's their business. They are there. They are there. I don't know what the hell is. They must have something at the back of their minds. I don't know what they are spinning. I'm not Babalawu. I'm not an oracle. But I believe in the Almighty God, that if your faith is strong, you put God forward in everything you do, He will never disappoint you. What they are doing is a manifestation of personal ambition rather than the corporate ambition of this country. And that is why I disagree with them. They benefited optimally from being members of this party. He had been vice president. The other member, who is now the acting chairman there, David Mark, benefited as number 3 man. The number 2 man before, the number 3 man before. And Obi himself, were they not members of the PDP? Now they think that PDP has crisis. And they were part of that, the crisis. We've been able to resolve our crisis. We have resurrected. And I am trying to tell you that that resurrection on the 30th of June, all right, it's a new beginning, a redemption. And we will meet at the campaign time to convince Nigerians that who can be trusted. You that is like a rolling stone that gathers no moist, what is it that has driven you out from the party? What is it?
We are completely running
ambition,
out of time. Chief
personal
George,
ambition.
We have just about...
If it is the corporate ambition of this country,
I hear you
then
clearly.
You remain there and rebuild the house and repair the house.
We have just about 1 minute to go. I was hoping to get your thought as to what precisely you would say tonight to loyal PDP members who feel confused. You mentioned you were disappointed earlier, who feel disappointed like you, and who feel left behind. What are you counting on? Because we are looking at number 2, number 3, and even Peter Obi, who used to be a member of your party, who are now no longer there. What are you saying to PDP loyalists at this time?
You know, trust me, they are like a newborn baby. We already have a system. We already have a grown norm. They are going to start repackaging themselves. We have already established ourselves. If you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen.
All right.
Those who want to go and start a new something that is yet to be tested, I wish them the best of luck. We have resolved our crisis. It is a resurrection of the PDP. And I am telling you, Nigerians compare the 16 years we were in government to what the experiences we have had during General Buhari and President Bola Tinubu now. Is that the nation? Have we turned this country into a nation? We are still battling. There is hunger in the land, and there is anger in the land.
All right.
In every sector you can look at it.
Good place to leave it, Chief Judge.
At the campaign time, we will tell ourselves. But
yes.
the good thing is this, that we were able to sit as a family, resolve the crisis, and we have come to a fruition. And I am telling you and telling the Nigerians who are not, both card-carrying members and not card-carrying members of the party. All right. The electorate is much bigger than any card-carrying group.
That's our time, Chief Judge. We have to go now. We're counting down to your party's next meeting. We'll see how it plays out. Interestingly, the APC is saying it was 16 years of PDP that brought us to where we are now. But we'll find time to discuss that subsequently. Former Deputy National Chairman of the PDP, Chief Bode George, we have to go. Thank you so much.
Please allow me to say this. The situation of PDP brought us to where we are. Look, what were the economic indices of this country?
All right.
During the period of PDP? What are the economic indices since General Buhari started?
Chief George, we'll continue this conversation subsequently.
They're not dumb.
But we have to go. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Let me tell you that Nigerians will decide. We believe in the serious definition of democracy.
Absolutely. That's our time, Chief Judge. We have to go now. We'll continue this
conversation
conversation
of the land for the benefit of the people
subsequently. Glad to have you join us. Thank you so much. Well, they say to succeed in life, you need the optimism of a politician. Chief Judge Bode just optimism work for the PDP. We found out in the coming days. That's our show today, everyone. Thank you for being a part of it. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Okuntoye.